Hi, I'm Trina, Trina Jean Taylor. I'm a medical intuitive and also written a book and also have dedicated my life to healing and healing myself, my family, and I've met so many wonderful people on my journey. I'm here today with Joyce, who is a living example, healing her family and herself and changing her life. And thank you, Joyce, for being here today.
Oh, hi, Trina. Thank you so much for having me today.
It's a pleasure. So today's topic is really about ancient healers, and we call shamans. A lot of people may not understand the term, but we'll just have a discussion of what we understand as a shaman. But I've opened my book, and I'd like to start with two sentences from my book, and it's ancient civilizations, the Mayan and the Egyptians. So the first sentence starts with many seers or prophets listen to their inner voices to understand future events. When I saw this gift of foresight, which is being able to teleport to the future, but I saw this new vibration of light. And that was on my book on page 201. But back on 202, there's another fantastic sentence I'll start with. Finding how you can access really deep knowledge by learning the direction technique will help you gain wisdom. I'm here with Joyce, who I've known for a long time, and I know that Joyce loves this passion to create her future. Thanks for coming today, Joyce. How have you
You're
found
welcome.
learning the direction technique after all these years? How's it helped you?
What can I say? It's such a valuable tool to have in your everyday life because you do healings on yourself and you're training your intuition all the time by using the direction technique. You're learning new skills, you're developing new skills, and when I say new skills, you're learning to hear your inner wisdom and going beyond that by doing the courses that I have done with you over the years. I've learned to listen to the herpes virus within my own body. Also with these healings, I've noticed, family members has made a huge difference with my family as well. Relationships are just a lot easier to navigate. I'm doing healings on my son right now because he's got exams. I've noticed, huge shifts in my daughter, my husband. What can I say? It's not just for yourself. It goes beyond yourself, and you're healing your family too.
That's so beautiful to hear. There are so many wonderful topics that you have just demonstrated how you use the direction technique. You are dedicated to energy healing, correct?
Of course. I mean, it's the more you heal yourself, the more you're actually recognizing how much it's changing yourself, and you're seeing the miracles every day. And as you do the healing, you get strategies. And then so you get those strategies in place to make sure those healings happen and you're making the changes happen. Yeah, it's such a profound change that how can you not believe it? I've created my own future and I can actually see it. So you actually then be in charge of your own destiny. It's more powerful than you actually understand how your everyday life can just be within your own control as well.
Beautiful to hear this miracles, basically believe in yourself, ripple your changes to your family, yourself, and the profound changes that you make. So you are very aware of your intuition, right? Is that what
Oh,
you've done after medical intuitive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the shaman course, and then all these years of learning, but also I think you're a dedicated person that implements what you've learned in every day to make the changes. And I think that's the difference. Don't you think that's the difference? You're getting strategies to trust your intuition. So in that way, what do you mean by intuition? What have you learned? Well, of all these years I've known you, what skills have you learned and are continuing to learn?
oh my gosh, I've learned to see colors. And then, going beyond that now with more training, you can see colors within your own auric field. So you just tend to just then refine and refine that one skill that you can see it in so many ways. And then going to, what I've said before, hearing, listening, you can listen to your own inner wisdom, and, the ancient tones and the language that comes in with the ancient healers, the tones of viruses, and even light, really, really light energies that come in. And you just hear such a tone, and it just shifts. Yeah, it's unbelievable, just recognizing succinct changes within either your body or your auric field, and then it's just done. The healing's just done.
That's the best thing that you've said. You've recognized that the healing's been done, and you know what's being done. And listening to tones in a body of healing is magnificent. And you've just said it, listening to the tones of the virus, and then tracking it in your body, which is why you did medical intuitive courses, so that you can get to the root cause of an initial root cause of something that you want to find answers for. So you've trained your hearing. Is that right? You've trained
Yes.
hearing. Yeah.
And that's just one example, Trina. I've trained my foresight, my pituitary. So I recognize I have visionary skills, and I can create my own future. And I want to keep doing that. And I don't want anything to come in and block any of my intuitive senses. So I will always continue to learn and grow and train, because why wouldn't you, when you see, like I said before, miracles?
Yeah, exactly. So you believe.
Yeah, of course.
If we believe, and it works.
Of course it does.
Well, let's just talk about one wonderful thing you said was ancient healers. Now, you've just finished the shaman course. Also, I know that you are interested in the ancient healers. So the why I wrote the book is I wanted to help our planet heal. And our ancient healers are people like you, me, people that dedicate their life to energy healing. And there's a bigger picture. Tectonic plates, I read in my book that I predicted years ago that the tectonic plates are going to help affect our planet, and it is happening at the moment with the global warming and the changes. So I think it's really apparent that we tap into the ancient healers, but the difference between this shamanism, which is an ancient healer or a person that's dedicated their life to healing, we need that knowledge for the future. Is that what you believe in shamanism? And I think the difference between the direction technique, it gives us a focus to allow these ancient practices to be used for our future.
Definitely.
With the shaman course that you've done, you got 4 lifetime videos. And can I just ask a little bit about what you think about those, because you've got them throughout your whole life to go back on. And what did you think about those?
That to me is training the elements, is inner joy, because I grew up wanting to train that. Since moving to Australia when I was younger, I kind of lost or being in touch or in tune with that. So when you presented that course, there was a big part of me, and it was almost like a childlike part of me that just went, oh my gosh, this is what I used to do when I was young. Yes. And so this shaman course, we're training the 4 elements, and it is a lifetime of dedication. So I love that you have given me a lifetime access these videos, and I've got this manual that I can reflect back to, because so with the water, you can train that in your home. That's earth, wind, fire, and water, working through all the 4 elements. A really, really good way, because as you work through them, it was a compounding effect, because you could use the water with the earth. And then as you learned fire, you then learned another skill that you could use all 3 together. And when you get to the end, you understand how powerful these tools are. And we actually have them all around us. So doing the shaman course, you could live anywhere in the world and still be able to have this skill to be able to then improve your life, make energy shifts. And I have noticed energy shifts within me. Yeah, that's just very noticeable. And
was it good to have the 2 1-hour consults to help you consolidate what you learned and ask?
You want to maximize that time as well. So thank you for those 2 sessions, because I was able to answer a lot more.
Thank you. Well, you said a very important topic, which was chapter 5 of my book that I wrote 14 years ago. And it was why it was developing intuitive abilities in children. You have just said it. You are making sure that you wake up your intuitive abilities. And I think that as we get younger and younger and younger, as we keep getting younger and younger and younger, you have done it. You're allowing your children to always remember their intuitive abilities. And thank you for that, Joyce. To finalize a little bit about shaman, the difference between this shaman course than others. I just want to say that I think if you can tap into bringing the ancient knowledge now to understand that, some of those ancient healers basically need help to understand our future.
Yes, because they're not from this time.
That's right. So we call it teleportation. So thank you for direction technique. To teleport is like someone that knows how to be in 5 places at one time, i.e. me, you. And I guess people can learn how to do that, or they've lost it. And I think that we need to bring it back. I think a shaman is just is not just, it's a healer. It's another name. Different countries call them different words, but they've dedicated their life to healing. But I think we need to bring the ancient knowledge back in alignment with the medical field for the future. With a shaman, do you feel as though you connected to an ancient healer?
The example for me last night was the air. With that one, and you're doing the course, you're able to tap in a shaman that is able to control the space around you. It's a very powerful tool to be able to hold a space for someone, whether they are needing rest, an operation.
Your son's
They're
studying
just needing
exam.
that time. Yes, yes. So I was able to control the space around him yesterday by using my training from the air element.
And how did you do
The
that?
shaman course.
Yeah,
And that
wow.
was so that was using the African shaman that comes in, and he has this beautiful fabric of this coat, of this cape that he wears, and it's like a cloak.
Yes.
And it surrounds you, and you feel this blanket of protection that it's like a barrier that nothing can get in. And you can just be. So I did that for my son yesterday.
Oh, that's so great. Is that so that he can get focused on his study so he doesn't get interrupted from outside thoughts? Is that so he can feel calm, to feel confident, to learn?
Yes,
All
yes.
right.
And I could actually physically see with by seeing by doing the healing, yes, his nervous system and the focus coming in too.
And he felt settled.
Yes, definitely.
Just like you settle your body when you notice the pathway of a virus.
Definitely. Yes,
So,
you can feel it. You come out and your eyes, and
yeah,
it just, you blink and it comes out.
so that's the ancient way. And I had a beautiful comment the other day of someone saying, Trina, what did you do to me the other day? And I just went, oh, but your eyes changed from blue to green to blue. And I said, well, that's our healing of transferring. And I want to finish today. Thank you, Joyce, for all these wonderful dedication of helping your family, yourself, and those around you. Is there anything else you want to say before we finish?
Oh, I just don't have a question at all, but I just want to express my gratitude to you, Trina, for
Oh,
all these years of mentorship, helping me grow my intuition, helping me access my own answers in critical times by using the direction technique, allowing the ancient healers to come in, learning more about respect and boundaries.
oh my gosh.
So
Critical times, making decisions in critical times. How many decisions do people have to make? 10, 20, 30, things get in the way, critical times.
that's right. And that's where the strategies come in. And then it happens and the healing just happens and you work
Yes.
through it. And it's those critical times, they're the times of the growth.
That's a process.
It's massive times of growth. So and then after the process happens and you sit back and you realize the skills that you have learnt. And
Joyce,
then more skills on the tool belt that you can use for next time. And so I feel like I have so many skills now, so many tools, I should say, to handle lots of situations. And then now as I've grown older and understood now, when things just happen in your life, I think, wow, I've got all these tools. Cool, I'm going to learn some more.
You said so much to explain a lot that we do. The ultimate tool is direction technique. And with direction technique, it's so direct that you can tap into any tool to be able to process your ability to, and I'm inspired by you. Thank you, Joyce. So, Joycey, you mentioned mentorship. Is that a good way to get supported? I think how's that helping you, and what's the process of the mentor for you? Like, is it every 2 weeks? Or tell me how you feel about that.
Oh, I actually really look forward to our sessions every fortnight. We've actually only started that this year, but I found it really valuable because as I'm growing through even the year, things happen, things come up. It's a great time to address the topics that I need to learn some skills. And when I say learn some skills, I'm actually, developing the ones that I've got, but then just learning more, be able to help me with that. And then, the strategies that come with it too, watching it shift. And then the fortnight later, they might be just a few residual things that we need to work on. It's such a change because rather than waiting for things in months and months and months to get through, we're actually getting to the core each time. I'm feeling a lot more settled after the session, and I'm able to go about my life with clarity, calmness.
Thanks, Joyce. I agree. Finding the root cause of a situation, it just stops you going around and around and around and around in circles. And sometimes people just can't find their answers. Thank you for doing Medical Intuitive Shaman course. Actually, at the moment, the next week we start the Dream Workshop. Being who you are, Joyce, you are absolutely beautiful within and out. Thanks so much,
Thank you
Joyce.
so
Bye-bye.
much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.